This episode of the Young Turks is brought to you by Squarespace. Okay, let me do a serious one.
A couple of days ago, I told you about Marcus Bachmann, that's Michele Bachmann's husband, and how I thought it was questionable that he was doing some sort of quality Christian counseling, trying to get people off of addiction, but he'd made some comments about gay folks that I found to be curious, and I was wondering if he was trying to do some of that straight to gay conversion, and I said, if he is, that would be a bloop, bloop, bloop. That's a big warning sign that somebody might have needed that conversion themselves. Let's put it that way, okay? Now, because of that, I went online and I did some research, and I found an old tape of Marcus Bachmann. Now, as it was, we didn't do the Young Turks yesterday, and then it turns out Think Progress found the same tape and put it out today, which I got mad about. That's all right, that's all right. No, Think Progress, two great minds think alike, no problem, right? So they have this first part, but the second part, that's all me. Okay, so first part is when he talks about how he feels about homosexuality, and it is not pretty. So let's go to clip 2.
It is as if we have to understand barbarians need to be educated. They need to be disciplined. And just because someone feels it or thinks it doesn't mean that we're supposed to go down that road. That's what's called the sinful nature. And we have a responsibility as parents and as authority figures not to encourage such thoughts and feelings to move into the action steps.
Okay, first off, so, barbarians, save me, okay? Or spare me, save me. That's a funny thing to say. So spare me on your barbarian talk. That's a terrible thing to say. But as you can tell with JR playing that thing, there's something up here, right? There's something up. I mean, if that was just some normal ugliness, you'd say, okay, I get it, he's one of those deep right-wing Christian conservatives, et cetera, right? But it's interesting. Earlier in the interview, when he was asked about, how about kids who are interested in and curious about their sexuality, he had a very curious answer. Let's play that.
And I think that this is no mystery that a child or pre-adolescents, particularly adolescents, will question and wonder about sexuality. That's nothing new under the sun since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
But I don't think we should take that as because we wonder or we think or we question. Does that take us down the road of homosexuality?
Could you add the word experiment to that?
Well, certainly. There's that curiosity.
Yeah, very interesting. I mean, he's saying, oh, definitely, when you're a kid, you get super curious about your sexuality, and you're wondering this or you're wondering that. Look, I don't mean to be a jerk, but I didn't, okay? I don't think everybody does. But it's obvious Marcus Bachmann did, right? Should I go this way or should I go that way? And then she asked, and she's totally into this, and this is a conservative Christian program, right? She's like, oh, yeah, totally, man, curious about the sexuality. Me too, buddy, I'll tell you. As a kid, but I got past that sin. I got past it. And then, how about experimentation, she asked. He's like, oh, yes, certainly, experimentation. When I was younger, I hear the kids, some people do that. But it's very wrong. You should get past it. When you look at that, I mean, come on. I'm not saying anything. I haven't said a word. I'm just saying.
I won't say what I said earlier, but all I'm saying is it seems apparent. All points lead to yes.
All right. By the way, look, they got 5 kids. Okay, they do. If I'm not saying he's the G in the LGBTQ community, but the B, I think we're having a conversation about. Squarespace is the easiest and fastest way to put up a blog, a portfolio, I don't know what that is, but I guess people do that, or any kind of website.
If you need customer support, they provide it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
You can start your website or your blog with over 60 different professionally designed templates.
You can also upload content from your iPhone, your iPad, or your home computer. That's awesome.
Squarespace's mobile apps allow you to add entries or manage your website from anywhere.
Many of the internet's highest traffic websites are powered by none other than Squarespace.
Check out squarespace.com to get a 2-week free trial and 30% off of 3 months, which is a great deal if you do it in June and enter promo code TYT6.